We'll start by looking at how we define our organizational structure, how we define our strategy framework, how we define our risk framework. And that is done through the Stratex framework, and it's visualized through the Stratex navigator. So let me paint a picture for what you're trying to achieve, and then we'll actually show you how you go about doing that. So starting looking at the simple bank group, if we double click on that, we can see that simple bank group is made up of 6 subunits. It also has a number of items in its own right. So if we double click, we can see there are a number of objectives, number of processes, a number of systems, drivers, assets, etc. So what we do is we need to firstly define the framework of how we're going to look at our strategy and risk for simple bank groups. So in this case we have a series of objectives, and if I double click on that, I can see that we also have underneath those objectives risks. Double click on that, and I can see that underneath risks I've got some causes and some consequences, controls and KRIs. So this is the type of framework that we want to build as the first stage in setting up your Stratex Live solution. To build those frameworks, we go into the Stratex framework. As you can see, simple bank group is already defined, and then here are the components underneath simple bank group. And if I drill down, increase shareholder value, which we looked at before, we can see KPIs, we can see risks, causes, consequences, controls, KRIs, etc. And as you'll see, this is a simple SharePoint list. So to add a new item to that list, no matter where you are in the framework, you simply go up to items, new item, and you're presented with a list of potential items that you can add to the framework at that point. I'm at the entity level now, so I have the full range of items to add. If I drill into the objective level and again go to new item, you can see that I now have far fewer items to add, and this menu is context sensitive, and it guides you through the creation of your framework.